Has this ever happened to you? Okay, doing my card of the day, and let's see what comes up for me today. Should be exciting. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Okay, well, looks like I'm staying in all day today. I'm now on hour 5. It's all coming true. It's horrible. I've gone to my bike to go to the store, and my bike had a flat tire. My phone died. I'm having issues with my internet because the company's gone down, so I can't use the internet on my phone. My dog, he kind of nibbled on my hand slightly, and I got a paper cut when I was doing some tidying up. It's all coming true. It's all coming true. Will I survive to the end of the day? Then you're a victim of self-fulfilling prophecy. So what I mean by self-fulfilling prophecy is that when you do a card reading for yourself and you get a negative card, instead of just going out doing your normal daily business and keeping the negative bit in mind, some people use that as a reason to kind of stay at home. So you might draw a negative card, or you do a reading with someone else. A negative card comes out, so they then decide to stay indoors and do nothing and just let all the horrible stuff happen outside. But the problem with that, you then have a miserable time. You are isolating yourself and keeping yourself away from everything. You're not going to enjoy that, and you'll wind up being miserable and spending a lot of that time being worried about the bad thing. And then the bad thing winds up happening because you're so miserable and so worried about it, you don't actually do anything positive, and then you'll reflect on that day as being very miserable, and then by proxy you wind up making the day bad, so therefore making the negative thing true. And what usually happens is, if we usually, as tarot readers, we usually encourage people that if there is a negative card that comes up, kind of be aware of it, take it in your stride, but don't try and hide from it, because if something bad's going to happen, it's going to happen regardless of what you do. And if you try and pull away and try and not make it happen, then it's just going to happen anyway. The reason I bring this up because a day of recording, I did a 1-card reading for the day on my Twitter and Instagram profile, and what wound up happening was it was a negative card, and I was worried that some people would read that and then not want to do anything, and kind of try and regress and stay indoors. And I kind of thought, sod it, I might as well do a quick explanation as to why that's never really a good thing. So if you do wind up having a negative card reading for yourself or someone else, just remember that the more you try to hide from the bad thing, the more likely it's going to happen, because you're putting yourself in a negative mindset. And what some people tend to do, if someone's told your day is going to be bad, and they assume their day is going to be bad, any bad thing that happens during that day, they'll consider, well, it was going to happen anyway, it was going to be a bad day, and you dwell on it. So if you stub your toe, and you know, stubbing your toe hurts. So if you wind up stubbing your toe, for example, and it was like a normal everyday day, you'll be like, oh, for goodness sake, I stubbed my toe. But if someone had told you you're going to have a very bad day today, and then you stub your toe, it was going to stub your, you know, as the universe works, you're probably going to stub your toe, you know, you're going to stub your toe regardless if you got the card reading or not. But seeing as you're told something bad was going to happen, and then you stubbed your toe, you blame it on the reading. And it's kind of, oh no, it was destined to happen. So my advice for stuff like this, if there is a negative card, take it in your stride. Don't try and hide from it. Now, we always encourage people to kind of, you know, take readings with a pinch of salt, or, you know, also highlight that it's not set in stone. It's a thing that can happen, but it's a thing that can be avoided. Now, as I said before, if someone says something bad is going to happen or something really big is going to change, hiding from that change isn't going to stop it from changing. It's going to change, but it's up to you how you deal with that change. And stuff like that is always important when it comes to doing tarot and understanding it a bit more. As I said, I do encourage people who want to learn tarot and they've got their own deck, you know, to do a daily reading for themselves. And because of one, that kind of helps you learn about the deck you're using, and it also helps you with your comfortability and getting used to reading. So if you do wind up having a card that's a bad card and a negative one, such as the Tower, just kind of go, okay, it's not going to be a great day today, but now I know that, just kind of take it in your stride. And just kind of, it's easier to deal with it if you kind of have an idea of it's happening. If you don't know it's happening, it comes out of nowhere, which is quite funny considering with the Tower I used in the video. If something comes out of nowhere, it throws you off balance. If it's something you know it's coming, you know it's going to happen, but you know how to, but you can probably deal with it a bit better. So it's just a quick video, just to kind of cover that sort of aspect, because stuff like that does worry me. Where, I mean, I've had a friend who's told me where he did a tarot card reading for himself for the day. It was a bad reading, so he stayed indoors. And he said, I'm having a bad day, so I'm going to stay inside. And then therefore he wound up having a bad day because he was miserable. So stuff like that does happen. So please try and keep that in mind. Never try and avoid your life. Try and just, if you're going to go do something, go do it anyway, regardless. But just kind of, you've got your bit of information. It's like, okay, I might have a bad day. Okay, I'll make sure I'm wrapped up extra warm, as it's really cold at the moment and a lot of people are getting snow. But you know, then wrap up extra warm, or make sure the air in your car is full, you know, or the petrol tank. So kind of, it keeps you, something bad might happen, but at least I can control certain elements. So if something bad does happen, then it's something you couldn't just gone, oh, if only I'd done this, you know. It's the sort of thing that kind of makes you be prepared a bit more. So as I said, try and keep stuff like that in mind. And you got everyone out there, stay safe and stay warm, because a lot of people are getting really bad snow in all places. Where I'm living, in London at the moment, we're getting a little bit of snow, light dusting, but other places are getting really thick. And I know people in the US, you guys are getting really bad snow at the moment. So yeah, stay warm, stay safe, and as I said, work with the negative. If there's negative, roll with it. We all know how to do. We know how to deal with snow, for example. So we know how to stay safe. So keep your safety in mind, and always roll with the punches. And you guys have a good one. Yeah. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Sicx Tarot. Have a good one.